Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to revisit a card style which I made. I've got a few different styles. It's sometimes described as a tunnel card, diorama card, but the one I want to revisit is the Paddington Bear briefcase style one that I did, and I've done that in a 6x6. So if you like that style and you like the tunnel diorama cards, I've got the playlist here, so have a little look there. But this is a 6x6 style. I recently received this paper pad called The Diary of an Edwardian Lady, which I never realised was a book, and I used it in a recent craft along. And then when we were talking about this style card, so after the live I made it. It took me not long at all, less than an hour to make, and I think it's turned out beautifully. I've added some of my glaze on the hello there. So the sentiments, papers, the ephemera are all from this new collection, but you can use anything to create a scene. I think it's a fun style for the kids' cards. You can have their favourite characters inside there. You could just have a big birthday number, milestone occasion, something like that in there. And I've just used some embossing detail. But I like that it looks like a little bag. And that is the envelope. So I do say in the video you could maybe pop this in like a vellum pocket. I think that could look quite nice as well. But that is the envelope with the to and from tag on there. So you don't need any specialty dies for this. I've used an oval to create that aperture, but that could be a square or a rectangle, and you can use your ruler, or you can draw around something. So it's a really easy one for beginners as well. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we'll go through, well actually I'll do that one as well. So you want a piece of 6x6. I've done this as a different colour on the front just because I fancy, changing it up a bit. But if you want all of your, if it's going to be a bag, a briefcase, whatever it may be, you might want these pieces all the same. A piece of 6x6, then a piece of 7x6, and along the 7-inch side, you're going to score at 6 inches. And then this piece here is 6 by 7.5. And along the 7.5 side, you're going to score at 1, 6, and 7. You'll see I've already die cut this piece, my aperture. So I've gone for an oval shape. I've gone quite big. I've only got a very thin area each side there, but once the acetate's added back in again, it's going to strengthen it. And I use the inverted scallop dies. I love these by Creative Craft Products. And I'll just tell you the size. Like I said, you might be doing a square, a rectangle, star, whatever you want. But this is 5.5 by about 4.5. So if you've got that set, it's the one that's nearest to that size. But again, if you want to find something similar, that's the size that I've done. And then flip it over. So I've cut that within the biggest section. You've got a 1-inch piece here, and then a 1 inch and a 1/2 inch. So just that main part. And then my acetate, I've cut it slightly smaller than that area. So I've done 4 7/8 by 6. Well, actually it's just under. It really is just under. You don't want it coming over the sides here. And then you'll see I've added my tape already on those 3 sides. So I'm just going to take the backing off. I've given it a wipe already, but I always wipe my acetate again at the very end once I put everything together. And then just lay that down right up until the edge there. And just give that a good burnish until the tape goes darker in colour. And then you know it's completely adhered. Can you see the difference from where, if you didn't add the pressure, then it would likely, if you didn't do this, it could over time just end up peeling off. Fold and burnish all of the score lines on this piece and this piece here. And I think we can get rid of the scoreboard now. This piece that you've cut your aperture out is going to go over the bottom of that one and then stick like so. I've then got my pattern paper piece which will go in here and cover the tab. See there? Oh, that's all going to disguise everything. So the easiest way to stick this down so that you know you're going to line it all up is add some glue all along the edge here. And then take that one and just sit it underneath. Like so. Okay. And then if you open it up and add your glue onto this 1/2 inch end, like so. And then fold both of those under. So the 1 inch and the 1/2 inch, fold it under and fold this down. And you'll see it will line up perfectly with this piece underneath. So now we've got a 6x6 card. This white piece is basically the front opening. So as we open that, it's going to pull this all up to create that tunnel, that kind of diorama effect. So now whilst that's drying, you can add your glue all along this one here. And then this piece, you just want to line up, start from this end and just drop that down. Okay, so leave that all to dry for a minute. So now I'm thinking about the decoration. When that's inside here, and then with all of this, it's going to look a bit busy. So I think I've just trimmed this down. I'm going to have this one in this area here. So this is 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to stick that one there. Okay, so I've cut this piece, which is just under 5 by 6. You want it to fit in there quite snug so it covers the tab and kind of hits the sides there. I've gone for this green colour that coordinates nicely there. And then I thought I'm going to use my linen embossing folder because it will also kind of, I think, look like trellis in the background. So I'm just going to place that in there and run that through my machine. I've just added my glue all on the back of that piece, and then you can just slide it . And then I'm just going to give the acetate a little spritz, and I've got some paper towel here, just spray that as well and just give it another clean. I've got a mark on the top there. Right, that's the acetate all clean. So in the ephemera pack, you've just got such pretty designs, and I was saying when I did a Facebook Live, these ones here, I could just see creating like a scene behind the acetate. Look how lovely that looks there. And then, I mean, you could have one on the front as well. That's a slightly different design because that's more aged, I guess, whereas that's got that white background. So I kind of want to keep the same, you know, pieces together. So I'm going to have a play around because there's so many different ways that I can, you know, obviously have this. And then I need to think about my sentiment, whether I'm going to have it down in this area here and just have this as a nice little 3D scene, or actually incorporate a sentiment into this as well. So that's the decoration for inside, and what I'm going to do is have my sentiment here. So in the paper pad, you've got one of these sheets here, and it's got all different bits that you can cut out, and I've just used the one that just wanted to say, and then I've used my chunky alphabet dies to spell out hello. And then I've just popped that all onto vellum because it just pops more against that pattern paper. And then so that you don't see any of the glue, I'm just going to add it behind the letters here, and that will be enough to hold it in place. You could wrap it around this pattern paper, but it was an afterthought. I didn't think I was going to be using the vellum. And then, yeah, I'm just going to keep this one in the middle. So I've cut it to the same width as this pattern piece, so 5 3/4. I think that looks really pretty. I might add some of my accent glaze over the top of the letters. I tend to do that. So now I just want to decorate here. I think I'm going to do a strip with this green on both of these panels. And then I'm going to do the front and turn it into a little bag. And I've got a tag here, which is from, again, the papers. There's one on this one. And then there's this design, which goes a little bit better with the papers. And I'm going to have that hanging. I'm going to do the same linen in the green colour again on the front. So it all ties in nicely together. Okay, so I popped a little eyelet in the tag there, and then I've added these two strips here, which are 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4. And then I've popped this piece on the front, and then I've cut these two strips here, which are 5 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. The width and the length is entirely up to you, to be honest. And then I've scored it 1/2 inch at each end, and then just pop a curve like so, and just fold these pieces here at the end. So it's going to open like this. This is the front of the card. So I'm going to have my tag hanging into this space. But if you hold it like this with your thumbs on top and then bring your thumbs towards you, you'll get that handle. And then this is just a cheat's way. If you just line up the bottoms with a line on your mat, doesn't matter which one, as long as they're both on the same one, and then push the middle down. This doesn't have to be perfect, just quicker to do it like this than measure it all, and then push that flat. So now we've got our faux little handle. So I'm going to have mine stuck in line with the green on the front there. I actually think I want it a bit longer, so let's just do this again. So like so, bring it round. I'm going to pull it out even further. So I'm going to have my line here and then flatten it like so. I think that's going to look better, having a longer handle. And then by the time I got the twine around there, yeah, I think that's going to work. So that middle section is about 2.5 inches across the top here. And these come down on the inside there about 1 5/8. I'm just going to do that again on another one. So there's the finished card. So I've added the handles. I've kept the front quite simple. This is also going to be the envelope. So I might add maybe like a little hook and loop piece over the top there, possibly. I'm not sure. Or it could look nice in like a little vellum pocket or something. But I think because I've got the tag on there, this is the envelope. And then open it up and you've got that lovely card design. I think it's really, really nice. You've got all that space on the back there to write your message. You can pop a piece of white card there, or you might want to write your message here, or, you know, have another piece underneath the tag and you can have a little message on there, and then it all stands up like so. Love it. I think it's really, really nice. I'm going to add the accent glaze onto this bit now, because then that can dry and you can just see how I do that. So just, if you want to get a thinner consistency with this, just add some water to it, because it's already heavily water based. So I just pop some water in mine, and then you can literally just move it around and you'll just get a nice glaze over the top. If you want to keep it thicker, it's really good then for like dimensional detail. There we go. That won't take too long to dry because it's not very thick, but you can see how lovely that looks now when it catches the light. So I hope you've enjoyed this revisit of the pop-up diorama tunnel card style. I think it's turned out really nice. I love the papers and just more of the delicate kind of softness of this design. I think it's really, really sweet. So thank you as always for watching today. I'll link all of the product that I've used in the description box below the video. I'll also have those other tutorials coming up now that I mentioned that you might want to watch next. If you've enjoyed today, give me a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel, and I'll be back again very soon with more tutorials. Take care. Bye.